When I was a kid, I absolutely loved swords. I turned all my sticks into swords. Swords were the best. And I remember when I was young, I saved up $21 to buy a Nerf sword. And it was amazing. It was huge. It was awesome. It looked epic. And then one of my younger siblings was in a teething phase as a toddler and bit a bunch of chunks out of the side of it. And my heart was broken that day. So I resolved to make a sword that he couldn't do that to. I came up with this many years later. It is just a piece of PVC pipe with some pool noodle around it wrapped in duct tape. And it can't be gnawed through, which is fantastic. So I made this, and all my siblings thought it was so awesome they all asked me to make them their own weapon. So myself, I've made a sword, a spear. For one of my brothers, I made this awesome hammer. You do not want to be in the way when this thing comes cracking down on your skull. I made an axe for another brother. For yet another brother, I made a sword, much like the one you just saw you. For another brother, I made this double sword that can split apart into two small swords. Pretty cool. And then for one of my sister, I made two axes. And then for my youngest sister, I made this sword and dagger. So yeah, I made a lot of weapons this way. And recently a neighborhood kid has asked me if I can make one. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make another axe, a rainbow axe per his request, out of duct tape PVC pipe and pipe insulation instead of pool noodles, because that was what was at Home Depot. So yeah, let's get cracking. Right, materials. First off, 4 foot long piece of 3/4 inch PVC pipe. All the duct tape in the world. This little 3/4 inch PVC pipe cap to make a nice pommel. And last but not least, the pipe insulation, which is just basically cheaper pool noodles that you get from Home Depot. So here's the basic shape of our axe. We have two central pieces, a short piece on this side, a short piece on this side, and then these pieces are going to bend around to make the blade of the axe, like so. Alright, next step is to put holes in them, in the center. Next stage, we're going to put all these onto the PVC pipe. Oh, you know, I actually made a mistake. This isn't supposed to have a hole in it. It's supposed to be the cap for the top. So we're just going to remake that piece and stick it on the top. I actually decided just to turn it sideways rather than use another piece. So it'll be like this. Alright, perfect. Now all we got to do is tape it all together. Here we are. This is the basic shape of the axe, all good and ready. Next step is to add the colors. Now before we finish this up, we're just going to add a little bit of super glue to the cap. Stick her on. That's not coming off. Gotta say, I was a little skeptical about rainbow at the beginning, but this looks good. Alright everybody, have a great week. See you next Friday.